So friends, welcome back to nrisamay. Wherever you are in the world, a very warm good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So second day of dealing with this Nepal crisis issue on nrisamay, and we already heard that a lot of teams from India, Pakistan, China, Israel and US were all in the capital city of Kathmandu and neighboring areas and helping in search and rescue operations. The United Nations also is pitched in right now. And we are also hearing that there are multiple tremors even after this horrific earthquake has struck. And we are hearing more of such stories. And as of now, more than 6,000 people are heard to be injured and thousands are missing. And these numbers are staggering. So friends, we do have today one fascinating guest whose mother is right now in Nepal and dealing with the crisis as well. Her name is Samisha Joshi. And her mom basically coordinates school activity in Nepal. It's been 47 years she's been working on that. And Samisha lives in Boston, and now she's planning to go to Nepal to assist her mom in this in the midst of this crisis. So Samisha, thank you so much for joining. Also, we do have Prem Gagain. He's been with nrisamay yesterday explaining the crisis and also how NRIs, non-resident Nepalis can help people back home in Nepal. And we do have Suresh Ediga also with us right now. Suresh also shared some good pieces of information and also insights yesterday. So Samisha, thank you so much for joining. I just wanted to ask you one straight question. Samisha, what is happening right now and how is that, if you can explain your story and the mom's story, it will be interesting for the listeners to understand the gravity and also how they can help.
Well, first, thanks for reaching out, and thanks for trying to help us. My mom actually started with sheltering 200 people when the earthquake first struck. And after that, the number grew up to 600, 1,600, and now we have close to 2,000 people in the school compound and around that my mom is providing shelter, because they have been close to 150 to 160 tremors since the big earthquake. People are not staying inside. They're staying outside. So my mom's field has been used to stay for people to sleep on the ground. Now what has happened is it's turned into a logistic nightmare with water, toilet, distributing food, even walking around the school has become a logistic nightmare. My mom is 77 years old. She's an amazing woman. She's a freedom fighter. She's standing there right now, but I feel that with all the support that we are trying to get to Nepal, we haven't had someone with leadership quality, someone who can coordinate things fast to get the relief that I need to get to my mom's school right now.
So one question that strikes my mind is, right now in Boston and before you're leaving, is there anything while you're traveling to Nepal, because Samisha, I'm hearing that you're traveling to Nepal very soon, probably even before Thursday or so. So is there anything that people like us sitting in New Jersey, Los Angeles and other folks, friends of nrisamay, who can send you some material and you can carry it, Samisha, some sort of medicines or whatever it is? What comes to your mind when you feel like you're now going to Nepal, and how can we help?
Right now I'm trying to, Mr. Prem and I are trying to connect with airlines that would give me concession to carry some relief packages. But three things that I really need to take with me are tents, because it's raining. Tents and solar rechargeable batteries, because they haven't had electricity for almost 12 hours plus. And the third thing that I was thinking about is taking small first aid kit that people can administer themselves without having to create a medical clinic, because again, it's all about not having the training, not having the facility to act in crisis like this, whereas we've had some experience dealing with it, so that's what I think is the best effort to take to Nepal. Now, it all depends on how much the airlines will give us concession to carry the relief effort packages to Nepal.
As of now, did any airlines commit any assistance to you?
Not yet. I've emailed 2 or 3. I'm going to fly Etihad Airways. So I've sent an email to the New York office, and I'm waiting for them to hear back from them, really.
All right. Even before this, Samisha, is there something that...
Question?
Yeah, please go ahead, sir.
on that note, is this Etihad is going to take you to where exactly? Is there a direct flight to Nepal, Kathmandu?
Yes. From Boston, I'm going to fly into New York, from New York to Abu Dhabi, and from Abu Dhabi to Kathmandu directly.
I see.
So thanks, Suri, for that question. And Samisha, is that something that looks like you're targeting for this Thursday to fly from Boston to Nepal? So even before Thursday, is there something that people around the community in U.S. can ship you something to ease your work? What sort of items can people ship?
Well, I think the best thing is to instead of spending money on shipping, the best thing is to donate it to the fund that I've created to directly help my mother. It's like if you go to GoFundMe and then Google or search Mothers for Nepal's Earthquake, you have that. I've already collected 3 to 4 tents just from my neighborhood, and I had 2 tents of mine, so I have 5 tents already. So now what I'm going to do is if they don't let me take that on a concession, I'm going to pay for it and take it with me. Okay,
so let me understand this. GoFundMe is Mothers for Nepal, right? If we can Google Mothers
for Nepal's Earthquake, yes.
Yeah, Mothers for Nepal Earthquake GoFundMe. I'm doing a quick search right now. If I can get that on Google.
She will send the link. She can send the link so we can put on this interview. There are links. I click here to donate or something like that. That will be easier, right, on YouTube?
Absolutely. Yes, I'll do that.
Could even pass the resources to Mr. Prem, who could resend it to me, because I want to take as much. What's happening right now in Nepal is money has not been the problem. It's the goods that has not been able to move around very easily. Nobody's opening their shops. Nobody's opening their stores. So at least to get some relief fund for infants and elderly to set up in the camp, and that's why I feel like I need to go as soon as possible to Nepal to help.
Wonderful.
And Samisha, one other question I have. So given the logistical challenges you are facing there, and Shrikant and I were also discussing with other airlines, other Indian airlines, is there any other nearest airport or nearest city where, let's say, we ship the material? Would that help get to Kathmandu? Would that solve any of the logistical problems or no?
I don't know until I get to Nepal, but right now I think if people send stuff in Nepal and I set up a team to receive them, that would be great. But right now I'm not even being able to contact anybody to receive the things that we want to send. So maybe Mr. Prem Dai can help explain this much better than I do, because I'm going to Nepal with his backing to help get the resources out there too.
I'm here 24/7. I'm 24/7. Since the moment I heard, just like her, I'm also working back and forth. So that should not be a problem from our side here.
Yeah, Prem, what is that you have learned since yesterday, Prem? We did we had a conversation yesterday, and from today, what is that additional information you've got that you feel needs to be propagated to everyone around?
Remember, I sent you that list today, Srikant, with all the things that we need, and I revalidated that with Bishu in Nepal, and 80% of what I sent you this morning, they says that's what we need right now. So if you have the list, let me see if I can find that. Do you have the one I sent you?
Yeah, I have it right now. So the tarpaulins, the medicines, the other ones that you've posted on Help Nepal group.
If you want, I could read that for you, what we need right now. The surgical gloves, the surgical mask, medical supplies, two-way radios, batteries, whistle, duct tape, disinfectant wipes, digital thermometer, clothing, shoes, blankets, sleeping bags, rain gear, food, and all that.
Right. And the biggest problem is that who can be sent to, and then as Samisha has explained, that the material movement is completely in a standstill right now. There's no full information or full details in regards.
I wanted to ask you something, Srikant and what we can do. Is there any contact you have from India? Because we have open border, like UP, Bihar, West Bengal are open borders, and people are afraid to open the doors in Nepal. But one thing is there might be like vandalism, or people stealing and all thieves and everything else. Number one. Number two, people think that if they open something, the building might fall up again, so they don't want to touch their shop or anything. Is it possible that you guys have contact in the nearby borders that we'll be able to get some, we pay and we get some from Bihar or UP or West Bengal or the neighboring states from India?
At this point in time, unless we culminate all that information, it's a good point that you brought up, Prem, but at this point in time, I don't have that information. But as soon as I've got that information, I'll certainly share it on the nrisamay YouTube link, or underneath the messaging, I'll certainly post some details there.
Okay, that will be great. Thank you.
Sure, certainly. And also, Samisha, I just wanted to ask, talk a little bit about your mom, who's been working there relentlessly. Can you give some details about what your mom does and what's her background, and how is that she's now battling this whole issue of dealing with 2,000 people in the school right now, right?
Yeah, my mother is an amazing woman. She's been a freedom fighter, went to prison for 7.5 years fighting for democracy. When she came out, she opened the school, and then her struggle has always been to provide education, social advocacy in Kathmandu. That's who my mother is. She's actually right now almost 77 years old. She's very frail, and she's standing there leading this whole effort all by herself with a team of 2 or 3 young students who graduated from the school and helping her right now.
Oh,
so that's
what's her name?
Her name is Gauri Rana Joshi. Her name is Gauri Rana Joshi, and she's the principal of Martyrs Memorial Boarding High School.
Ah, fascinating. And Suri, you have any other questions to Samisha, Suri?
Yeah, I think Samisha, definitely, you going there, probably, setting up the contacts will definitely help. Also, given the challenges there, as Prem earlier mentioned, if you think that getting this relief material, aid material into neighboring border states would also help, you can let us know. And then we are also working with other organizations. nrisamay is also in touch with other organizations. One of them is incrisisrelief.org, and they're also in touch with a lot of people on the ground. So we can sort of have this done in a coordinated way.
Perfect.
Great.
Perfect.
Here is what I'm exactly going to do is we have agencies who want to get the material out there, but they do not have someone smart with connection to create a team to receive these and distribute it. So at least with me being there, I am, technology savvy. I can get things done. I have a really well set up of network, and I'm just going to go there, set up teams. Because I can't change the whole nation. What I can do is I can change the lives of those 2,000 people and make a difference there. And I want to create a team within that neighborhood so that if another big earthquake strikes again in a matter of a week or 2, they have a support. They know how to deal with it.
Absolutely.
And, Shrikant, if I may ask one other question.
Please go ahead.
Samisha, you also said that, obviously there's no proper electricity there, and obviously the need for solar lamps is probably much more. So you think while we are working out the logistics, it makes sense to sort of, keep these 2,000 people in mind and get some of these, material for the solar lamps ready by the time you figure out the logistics? Is this something that we could work on?
Right. My husband and my sister are searching for these really compact solar chargers so that people can at least charge their cell phones so they can connect with each other. That's what we're doing right now. I do not want to take bulky things because I have to transport them from the airport to my mom's school, and most probably I'm going to have to walk to my mom's school because things are not there are no transportation moving. So we're just going to have people come and carry things and walk to my mom's school.
Got it. Yeah. So essentially, carrying this material from here to Nepal, I think there's a lot of logistics involved and also a lot of hassles involved. And bulk of material taking from here is also not that easy. So the only route that we can imagine at this point in time is the GoFundMe.com campaign that you're running, which is Mothers of Nepal. Right?
Yeah, no, when I did a search, it's not coming up. So I think best is what I'm going to do is send you a link, and maybe you could attach that link.
Yeah, that would be better, yes.
Can you do a small favor, Samisha?
Yes.
Can you make it as simple as tinyurl.com/Mothers of Nepal? I can do it right away if you have the link. If Prem Gogoyan can just message it to me on Facebook. Message it to Prem. And Prem can forward it to me.
Okay, I'm going to message it to Prem.
Let me see. I think you did that to me earlier.
I did. I'll do it again.
Okay, send me the text right now. I'll look at it.
So I'll just post it right away while we have the conversation. And Prem, I just wanted to ask you a few other things, sir. Sir, in Los Angeles, the place where you live, if we do have any of these pledges from people who are willing to contribute, we have created one other group called Pledge for Nepal on Facebook. It's a closed group, so if you can add people to that group also, that will be useful. So that once we have these pledges,
I have more than 1,000 people already, and there are the interview that we had the other day is I think listened by over 1,200 people. So, and yesterday we had a meeting. Yesterday morning we raised over $10,000, and we had the KTLA5, we had the Fox 11. They came to the property at the Pashupathi Foundation, the temple, Pashupathi Nath temple and Buddha temple we had. So it's going all over the place as far as what's going on is, telling people about what's going on. And right now I talked to a few key people. Yes, we are collecting the money, 10,000, tomorrow is 20,000, 30,000. But we don't want to keep that money until the end and hand over to the government or Red Cross something. We need something right now as an emergency. So we're going to have a meeting today evening also. So we will, whatever fund is coming in, we'll easily make sure that it flows and it goes to Nepal. The only thing, like Samisha said, how can we get those important things? And with our India connection with you guys, they are in the bordering kind of places. We definitely have some contacts somewhere. If we could connect them to Samisha and the team in Nepal who are in the ground zero with the logistics, that will be the best for right now.
Wonderful. Yes. And Samisha, my question to you is, how can anyone get in touch with you? I know you're on the tech side of the world, so what's the best way to reach out?
I think Facebook. That's the best way to reach out. My name is Samisha Joshi LaMeyer, and you can just do a search and add me to Facebook. What I'll do is I'll even make it public for another month. I'll just make that whole site public so people can get hold of me. And everyone is connecting me through Facebook in Nepal, and it's kind of become an easier medium for me to get in touch with people in Nepal and here.
Wonderful. Yeah, I've just sent a Facebook request right now so that we can connect and then keep this conversation open.
I got it. Is it Shrikant?
Yes, Shrikant. Yes.
I got it. Yep, I got it.
Yes.
I sent you the link also, her charity link also.
Wonderful. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to send you the link of the. I've created a very small donation-based site just to go to Nepal and create a logistic team. I'm not getting there to just give things. I just want to create a team who can use the phone, who can use the Facebook, who knows how to get to the nearest relief agency, who knows how to be savvy. That's what I'm trying to do when I go to Kathmandu.
Right. Perfect. And friends listening to this conversation, you can all go to tinyurl.com/Mothers of Nepal. I've created a shortcut link. It is tinyurl.com/Mothers, MOTHERS, Mothers of Nepal. That's the easiest way to go fund Samisha. And then Samisha will be hitting the ground very soon. and we can get more information and also details from Samisha on a regular basis. On NRI Samay, on a daily basis, we'll try to do as much as possible in having conversations with people who are there on the ground and then making some difference. Also, Samisha, are there any pictures that people can see of your mom at the school and also get some insights into what is happening around there?
Well, right now, I got one picture just for my own sanity to see that my mother is okay. But people don't have the download capability or the upload capability. They have very little battery life, so they're just making very short communications. So it's been raining in Kathmandu right now. So people who are in the fields have moved to the wall side, and there are people who are just sitting with umbrellas and plastic sheet up in things. So as soon as I get there, I can. If I'm lucky with the upload, I'll post pictures. I'll see it. I'll keep everybody updated. But right now, I don't have any. I'm sorry.
Well, thank you. And thanks, Samisha. Thanks, Prem. And Suri, you have anything else to ask Samisha, Suri? All right.
No, I don't. All I wanted to just add was, please take care of yourself, and hopefully your mother is also safe and sound there, and hopefully the earthquakes also no more tremors.
For Srikant and Suresh, how soon can we? Should we expect you guys to find the connection I said from our neighboring states and Nepal, so I can get more resources to get the immediate stuff coming from India?
Prem, from our side, we'll be sending information to as many people as possible. So as soon as we receive leads, we'll send it out to you.
Oh, that's what we need right now.
And the best way to do it is post it on Facebook, because my sister is here, Prem Dai is here. Somebody will communicate with me, and if I see it on Facebook, I have friends who can connect with me in Nepal, because, if I can't get hold of anybody in Nepal, at least I can do it through Facebook.
That's great.
Awesome.
Yeah, also please send the exact location in Nepal where the need for these 2,000 kids is.
I have it. I have all that. I can give you that to you guys.
These are not 2,000. These are not 2,000 children. I don't want anybody to misunderstand.
Sure.
These are 2,000 people comprised of women, children, elderly, newborn infants. That's what this 2,000 people are comprised of.
Got it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for helping my people in my country and my.
No, in need. This is a responsibility. It's a humanitarian entity, and no one should forget that this is the need of the hour, and everyone should pitch in. And also, friends listening from India and around, Goonj is one reliable organization. A lot of people are writing to nrisamay asking what are some reliable organizations in India. Goonj is one of the reliable organizations in India. And Prem, I just wanted to let you know that we'll also get in touch with Goonj, finding out these details and information that you're talking about. And Goonj has already put out a message asking for good quality tarpaulins because of the rain and tents, and dry ration, inexpensive and reasonably good quality rice, pulses, spices, milk powder, and other things. Goonj is already asking for solar lamps, basic medicines. So friends in India, go to goonj.org and then find out all the information. They've already put the contact points there. That's one good information for people in India. And also we'll reach out to Goonj and find out more information. For tech geeks out there who are sitting at their desks and trying to help Nepal, here is what you can do. Humanitarian Open Street Map team is putting efforts to trace disaster relief routes, because a lot of routes are closed right now, but they're trying to sit at one place and then culminate all of that information to figure out the best routes for the disaster relief management. And HOT is a web-based organization that applies principles of social, open source and open data sharing for humanitarian purposes. You can go to wiki.openstreetmap.org and help this team, and then find out the best routes as much as possible. And also, texting is very, very critical, and many of these organizations have tied up with local cell phone providers during this Ebola crisis. So texting, and then NGOs and charities reaching out to these, companies can also help to get quick surveys done and also quick polls done, quick information. That's one thing that a lot of people are saying, that it would be very useful if NGOs and charities can work with these cell phone companies to get more information.
Srikant,
Yes, sir.
Is it possible you could write all these links and the details on the description of the YouTube video that you guys?
Yes, we'll do that. Yes.
Yeah, then I will promote that video, and everything will be at one place, so people will go and click and find out. And
we'll do that.
If you could write some tags also, like in the tags in Nepal earthquake, you know what to do, right? With the tags.
Sure. Yes.
More
absolutely.
More to find. And the hashtag also I gave you. There was one more I found. I think I gave it to you. That,
Nepal earthquake. Yeah, you gave that.
Right.
I'll post that as well.
Very popular. That handle. Yeah.
Yes. And also, friends, PayPal has opened up. A lot of people trust Red Cross and other organizations. PayPal has now tied up with 11 organizations. No threads, nothing. When you donate through the PayPal interface as well, PayPal is making it easy to donate to the Nepal crisis as well. So you can go to paypal.com. It's right there on the front page of PayPal. You can do, if you're willing to do a PayPal donation, that's also even reasonably good enough to do some relief donations. So thank you so much, Prem. Thanks, Suri, and also thanks, Samisha, for sharing all good pieces of information. And once you hit the ground, we'll be in touch with you. We'll have a daily conversation as much as possible to see what best we can all do together.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. We can all pray for Nepal and then hope everything will be okay as far as relief is concerned. Thank you. Bye.